Welcome, APAC, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third episode of the Sleeper podcast. I'm back again, Mr. Matty Mac, with One Chance. How you doing,
We're
bro?
back again. Third episode. Holy.
Third episode. I mean, it took us 2 weeks to get here, but
Yeah.
we
That's
got
life.
here.
Life gets in the way, and we always said that
Yeah,
we'd try and do it majority of the time. Sure,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice to be weekly, but yeah, lives too. Real life duties get in the way, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly right, man. I think that's the thing with the work schedule I'm on and what you've been up to and all this stuff. Like, it's tough.
Yeah, it's been
And I
nuts.
think we both knew that from the outset. Like, we'll do as much as we can do, and everything in between we'll just have to deal with. So it's one of those things, eh?
Sure.
How's your fortnight been?
My
Oh,
fortnight been. That's weird.
okay.
It's not good. It should be how's your
No.
week been? God damn, dude.
How's your 2 weeks been?
Look, it's been a massive change for me, really.
Yeah.
We resigned from a full-time job.
Whew.
It wasn't panning out the way I wanted it to.
Yeah.
Sort of, I guess I'd done that field trade for quite a while and decided that really what I want to do, and yeah, decided to go back to uni. We're going back to university,
Back to uni.
and
What's
we're gonna be doing Bachelor of Design in Illustration and Animation. So
Ooh.
we'll be doing
Okay.
like animation intro screen. That
Yeah.
also
Yeah,
you would sort of touch on how to, I suppose, grow a social media brand. So that's
Yes.
it's gonna help a little bit.
Think about it.
But yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
you guys know that I like this sort of industry, and that's somewhere that I want to head. And
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's good. I think it's great.
yeah,
If that's
no,
something you're sort of keen on doing, it's going to help with your brand, with everything you're doing. So no, that's awesome, man. When do you start?
that doesn't start till July. Got a bit of stuff then. So
Oh wow, okay. Yeah.
it's mid-year.
Awesome.
We got into mid-year.
Mid-year, yeah.
We actually just got accepted 3 days ago. So got
Oh, is that it?
yeah,
Oh wow.
course and everything. Got all the timetable and stuff, but I worked stuff out.
Yeah, of course. There's a bit involved there, no doubt.
Yeah, but it's
Well,
very easy to get into uni when you have a sort of trade and background behind you. Which,
yeah. It makes a bit of a difference.
yeah, no ATRs or those scores. that you
ATAR
need.
scores. Oh, I see.
Yeah, yours. Like, what is yours?
Yeah.
Like-
Oh, I see. No. Victoria's ATAR as well.
Oh, is
But
it?
When
Oh, okay.
when I was in high school, this is 11 years ago.
Yeah, you do
we
it.
had- I don't like saying
Yeah, we
that.
don't want to say that. Yeah, no.
When I was in high school, we had an enter score.
Okay,
And I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, but it's not.
no.
Also, FYI, guys, do have Clint playing games next to me, so you might hear a little bit of mouse clicking, a bit of keyboard tapping. So
We're good so far.
bear with us.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's all right. Cool. Anyway, your birthday was yesterday.
Yeah, it was in 26.
What'd you get up to, man?
And no, actually, it was a kind of a chill day. We
Yeah.
caught up with mum and dad, and we went down the. You know where we went, Grange? We went down the cafe.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You
we
went
went
there
down
again?
Yeah, we booked
Oh, that's so cool.
had a few pizzas there, and
Nice.
then we ended up at IKEA. And I mean, you could see that the camera angle is different. So we got a new desk, new setup.
Love it.
Good for what I need, and eventually, there's a desk which is going to be more study area uni, so it'll be a
Nice.
lot better.
Yeah.
But I'm loving it already. Like, I've set it up last night, streamed, and it's good to get you
Went well.
it's good.
That's awesome, man. The big question: IKEA furniture. How'd you go?
Not bad. I mean, who reads instructions? No, it's honestly,
Instructions?
it's literally a table, 5 legs. Like, it was easy. Just screw it
You
in,
can't
whatever.
stuff that up.
Like, I don't know how you fuck it up. I don't know how you do.
Hey, people
But-
find ways, man.
I mean, you know what's interesting? That every single leg, so they're individual, obviously.
Mm.
Every single one of them comes with instructions, just in case you
Each
screw-
leg.
Leg.
Isn't it a case of screw it in, rinse and repeat?
I mean, you'd hope so. You'd hope
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's
if you're
some guy
doing
out
anything,
there that's just
like, why won't it go in?
Yeah, that's
Strips
right.
the threads out.
Yeah.
Takes it back to IKEA. Well, you gave me faulty furniture.
Oh my god. And they would replace it. That's the funny thing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just idiot proof.
Just it is idiot proof.
Yeah.
But good customer service always prevails.
That was a great
So
day. Yeah. So we just.
you, nice. And you streamed last night as well?
Yeah. We played Sekiro.
Oh, I'm keen to have a bit of a chat about that later on.
So frustrated at myself, but. Oh.
I saw the
God.
clip.
Oh,
and,
dude. I'm just. Yeah. We'll get to that later.
For the podcast listeners, you'll have to check the clip out at
Twitter.
onechance27_ on Twitter. It's pretty funny if you know anything about Sekiro. Did I get it right?
Yep.
If you know anything about Sekiro, you know it's a very tough game.
Oh.
A lot of streamers have been struggling. Well, not struggling, but it's a tough game.
Very tough game. Very, very rewarding.
For sure. But we'll get into that more later on in the podcast. This week, I made a new purchase.
Yeah.
I'm going to show the YouTube fans.
And we can try and describe it.
And then we get to describe it. So that's, as you can see there, it's a microphone for my Nikon 5600. External microphone, shotgun microphone.
It looks so good.
I've only tried it out once because I've been on night shift, and when I had a night off, I couldn't talk real loud, obviously, because everyone's sleeping, and I was like, "Hi guys, Matty Mac, I got a new microphone." And but even saying that, when I uploaded that to my phone, it actually came out really, really crisp.
Yeah, okay.
Like, it was amazing, dude. You wouldn't believe it. Considering.
You tried it outside yet? Like noise? Is it noise cancelling?
That's the next one. It is. So it's a shotgun mic. So the microphone only picks up sound from a direction. So you have to be in front of it. If you're outside the range, it doesn't pick it up really well, which is supposed to help with the noise cancelling and also not picking up ambient noise, wind, cars, all that sort of stuff. So I'm keen to see how it goes. I haven't, obviously, as I said, I haven't used it too much yet, really at all. But the plan with it is more around creating content for Sleeper. Obviously, we just had LAN last weekend. Bro, yeah. That sort of takes us into our Sleepers Week in review. Yeah. It was a good week.
Pretty good week.
Yeah.
There's always stuff going on in Sleeper.
Yes, dude. We had the XP ESPORTS Call of Duty BRIS-LAN, as it's been dubbed. Obviously, surprise winners. Mind Freak took home the 4K.
Yeah, I don't know. Spoiler alert here, guys.
Yep. Hey, if you haven't seen it, they won $4,000. Mind Freak. Good on them. Not bad for an amateur event.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Good, really.
But our boys finished T8. We went 1 and 2 in pools, which obviously not the best result. We did have a pretty stacked pool. They were good teams, man. And it was more a case of it's their first event for our guys and for a lot of the guys there. So, I mean, either of us were there. We couldn't really see what was happening on the ground, but from all accounts, it seemed like it was a pretty well-run event. Few parts of that sort of, but well, I mean, we can get to that a bit later as well. The content that came out of that for us, obviously, not as much as what we would have got if we had been there and stuff like that. But what we did do is we ended up getting Kane, aka Aussie Andy, aka X Green Pie on Twitter.
The hesitation for the podcast listeners. The hesitation of Matt to say that just then. That was funny.
Yeah.
Really.
He's been in the scene a long time, man.
He has been, yeah. He's been around for a while.
And
he's a pretty funny guy. He's a very, very funny guy.
And some of the content that he brings out, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So I think Tilk hit him up and said, hey, if you go into the event, any chance you could do a bit of content for us, rah, rah. Obviously, there was a bit of payment involved with that. And from what we've seen so far of what he's done for us, like the first video clip that he posted to us, we put up, and I think now it's sitting at just on 6,000 views on Twitter.
Insane, really, when you think about it. That's...
Yeah. And the feedback on it is a case of, where has this content been? Surprise, surprise, we're back here again.
Yeah.
It's common theme, man. Really don't. I mean, there was a few orgs there. I mean, obviously, Sleep has probably been in COD aside from Mind Freak, obviously, had been in COD probably the longest out of the guys that were there in terms of orgs, not players.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what other orgs were there that been there a while.
Not, man. There was.
I mean, the thing is, right? Like, they owners jump between camps so often.
You're right.
I mean, it's hard to sort of keep up with, like, because, and yeah, I can't even tell you. I couldn't even tell you the orgs, to be honest, that were there, because I mean, yeah, like we'll get to it later, but yeah, majority of the time they weren't called what they were being called anyway. Like purely based on like history, essentially. You know.
Yep.
And I mean, to me, yeah, we'll get to that later. I have so much to tell. Oh man, dude, I honestly could just go like, bleh, but I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we'll get to that later.
Yeah. It's one of those things, I guess. Yeah, that's the rundown for the podcast today. By the way, guys. Also, we've had a little bit of an intro. We're currently in the midst of talking about the weekend review for Sleeper. We're also going to go through our opinions.
The meme land.
Yep, sorry, meme land. MEME land. Also, we're going to touch on Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, I love it.
And then a couple of short game reviews, depending how we're going for time.
Yeah,
we've got a little bit to talk about there, so I'm pretty excited about that. But let's get into it. I'll show you the jersey. I mean, and I'm gonna have to do my best to describe this for the podcast listeners. It's just behind me. Bear with me 2 seconds.
The other thing as well, it's on Twitter, isn't it?
It is on Twitter.
You can see it. Yeah, the actual design. But
there it is there.
Yeah, it's a sexy looking jersey.
And
I can't wait to replace that one back there. You know what I mean? That's
yeah. No, it's coming soon, man.
I'm gonna put it next to it. What do you mean, mate?
Yeah, you're right.
I have the history.
For the podcast listeners, I'll just give it a brief rundown. It's a fully polyester jersey in black. It has green accents.
Not blue.
Obviously, the Sleeper, not blue, not blue. It has the Sleeper logo, top left breast, and then a Quantum logo, which obviously is one of the Sleeper Gaming sponsors, across the midsection.
Yeah, I'm most surprised. I always thought the Quantum along middle wouldn't work, but holy crap, does it work? Like, it stands out a lot.
When
Black
I saw on white with the green.
Yeah, when I saw the boys, like, oh shit, this actually works really well.
Yeah, I was a little bit skeptical myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, absolutely stoked with how it came out. The boys, pretty sure they wore them all weekend with hoodies and t-shirts underneath so that it didn't smell. Our boys are hygienic. Clean lads.
And then on the back, it was their gamer tag and their full name.
Full name, correct, yeah.
Which looked really yeah, if you guys want to see what that actually looks like, yeah, it's on the Sleeper Gaming Twitter. Pretty sure it's the pin tweet, isn't it?
No, the pin tweet's changed. Yeah, we did have it as pin tweet, but it's still there. It's in now. If you go through the media, you'll see it there. Plus, it's on Instagram, also stuff at SleeperGG, by the way. Sorry, I'm a bit of a dry throat today. We've had the weirdest weather, man. It's been like...
It's cold today. Crackies.
I am in a hoodie.
Yeah.
I wear them at this time of the year. And plus the wind from Veronica.
Yes.
It's been a ride. But anyway, the next thing on this, we've got our Rainbow Six guys. Again. Each week they play a ESL. It's got a Go 4 Cup. Don't ask me what that means. But it's an event, weekly event, where all the amateur R6 teams actually get to compete effectively. And I do believe some of the... don't know whether it's Pro League teams or players that just play for other teams, like sort of scrims and stuff like that. Everyone competes in it. Everyone has a good time with it. The guys actually won that again, which is unreal. I think they've won 2 or 3 in a row now. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'll have to go back to the Twitter and check or double check the results. For
definitely
that.
2. Can't remember the last
4.
one. 4?
Clint's showing me 4 fingers.
They've won 4. Well, we've fucked.
They've won 4
got it
in a row.
Yeah, there you go. They're too good.
Oh, 4 altogether.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, that's fun.
Awkward.
Yeah. Good turtles out, guys. Again, podcast.
That's
Can't
right.
see that, but
still, to win 4 overall, that's pretty insane. I mean, they've beaten some pretty good teams.
Yeah, I think as we spoke about last time, they beat ENDGAME, and I think since then they've beat a couple other teams as well, which not quite as the same level, but still teams are in the pro league.
I mean, I think the best thing is you can find the reaction around, but the reaction when they beat Event, man, is just it's pretty. Man. Yeah, it's great,
incredible.
I love that stuff, man. Dude. Yeah, I love that stuff.
That's I mean, that's why we're here, I guess. Like that is the pinnacle of enjoying esports, I reckon. It's just that moment when you beat a team that you didn't think you could beat. It's just nuts. So
man, I don't see Matt and Clint get hyped very often, but I will never forget. There was a clip, right? That was streaming one time when they were doing NBA 2K, and the boys won with a 3-shot at the end. Yeah. And I've never seen 2 boys in a living room get so hyped in my life. Oh man, that's a great clip. But you know,
it sucks. The audio was out of sync.
Yeah, I know.
You get the gist because we're jumping around like spastics.
It's great. It was
carrying on.
Insane.
God, it was good.
But yeah, that sort of stuff, the hype, it's always great when you see a team get like hyped after a win or whatever. That's awesome. Those boys, like, I mean, like I said, we've been through it before, but the Rainbow Six guys, they're like, there's always one of them playing Rainbow. I don't ever see one of them not online.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's 100%. Insane. You know?
Even when I come home at the wee hours in the morning, there's
just
someone online playing RC.
Yeah.
They're grinding.
It's insane.
I don't know whether it's like they're watching, like, called like VODs.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're watching VODs or if there's like an in-game theater that they can watch. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But there's always someone there doing Rainbow Six things. It's so good.
It's really
the definition of grinders, those boys.
Yeah.
It's kind of as you're saying with the hype, it's a pretty good segue to our next topic which is going to be a bit of a deep dive, I think, because.
And we're not gonna another disclaimer, as we always do these, but it's not butchering anything about the LAN. Like, it is good for APAC. It gave us an opportunity to play a LAN, and which we haven't had in 2 years.
For Call of Duty, obviously.
For Call of Duty, you know, the props to the people that put it on and organized it, because holy crap, for an amateur, I guess, LAN, they did a bloody good job for what it was.
Yep, 100%.
And for, I guess, majority of the teams, it was a good experience.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And so I think that we got to always look at that is the positives.
Yeah.
And this isn't us bagging out. This is purely what we saw from
as observations.
Yeah. And what if there was going to be another one, what we think they could probably improve on.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
It's look, I'm gonna go the first thing, right? And this is I tweeted about it yesterday. And everyone's asking, what do you mean? What happened? And I was like, I don't think I replied to anybody. The only person I did reply to was Trish. She ended up DMing me. She's like, what the hell, blah, blah, blah. And I just explained sort of what I'd seen. And so some of the clips, I mean, as we said before, hype is one thing. Awesome. You know, you hype your guys up, yourself up. Like, if you have a win, you celebrate the win. Yeah, that's any sport. You do that. Obviously, there's a little bit of banter between players. But when you have people yelling C words, F words, all that sort of stuff, and not even in a fun way or a joking way, or like, this is just, it's borderline verbal abuse, man.
Yeah.
And look, maybe an unpopular opinion, but you know what's unpopular? The fact that sponsors don't want to sponsor COD events.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. It's literally, and you know, we were very, very lucky to get this event. And good luck to XP Esports in trying to get more events like this happening.
Oh yeah.
Okay, from the outside looking in, right? You see a couple of these clips around on Twitter. As a sponsor, what's your instant reaction going to be? Hell no, I'm not touching that. That shit is toxic.
I mean, there's a reason. Like when people say, I did see a few comments as well, and it's like, well, what about people are comparing it to Gears of War, you know? And you see the American scene, and they do get hyped, shit like that, and they do like talk shit to the other team. They do it in a way that like they still go over and fist. They're not wanting to start a fight with them. I mean, okay, guarantee. All right, people are gonna be like, well, actually, there have been fights. Like, yes, there's been fights started.
Yeah,
but majority of the time, they're more professional in their responses. I mean, they know like, and if that's the thing, right? You talk shit, expect to receive shit. Like that's
100%.
I mean, Call of Duty is a very high paying competitive game. You're gonna have 5 dudes that live and breathe COD, and it's
sweat.
not, and it's sweat, and it is a very. I mean, I think that honestly, outside of COD, the community is probably like a really nice community. Like back when I played, like in IW, I mean, I've got mates now from that game purely like based on whether they shit on me or not. Outside of it, outside of the LAN and stuff, these guys, like, you can have conversations with them. Like, they're really nice guys. And I feel like that's the same thing. I feel like that everyone sort of went, you know what? We actually kind of do have a nice community. And that was said on Twitter too. It's just, however, that people aren't going to look at that because they didn't see that. They saw the other side where, you can get like hyped and shit and hype your team up and that sort of stuff.
But there's and that's sort of.
But say that like
I'm trying to get.
Yeah, it's just say good shit to your team, not your shit to the other team. Like
there's a difference, and as I just said, like, that's the point I want to get across. And look, the majority of the people from that scene aren't going to listen to this or watch this, whatever it may be, at this point. But there's a difference between you getting yourself and team hyped and then throwing abuse and shit like that at the other team. Like, that was one thing I think the ESL comps that we went to and competed in, they were really, really good at dealing with, is you can get hyped and carry on and do whatever you want, but don't
abuse the other team.
Don't abuse the other team. There's no need for that.
And they shut it down pretty quick. Like, I mean,
they did. There was bans handed out.
Trent and Dom got pretty verbal in one of the games that we played, and I reckon we got 3 warnings. And we literally we used all our warnings. That was they literally said to us, if you get any more abusive towards them at all, you're done.
That's it.
You're done.
It's done.
And we just went like, and then so it was up to Mio and I. We calm down a bit, like.
It's a balance. It's a balance, and you can get overhyped and go a little bit too crazy and a little bit too far.
100%.
Get that. Totally get that. But in this scenario, wow, English.
Love it.
Yeah, in this scenario, I think it was a case of XP Esports running their first event. The experience, obviously, compared to ESL, it's not there.
I feel like they didn't have. I don't know how much staff were there, but I didn't feel like they had enough staff.
Yeah.
The
event space looked great.
100%.
And it looked like, I don't think anybody had any problems with. Everyone played on PlayStation, but connectivity issues didn't seem to be an issue. Not that it really was.
The only thing that I find very interesting about it all is the fact that brought your own console, they didn't allow you to update your console. Hear that? That people.
No.
Yeah, so there was an update that was released, like I think a day or two before.
PlayStation or COD?
COD. People hadn't updated the consoles, and so when they got there, they were like, "Oh, we have no way to update these consoles. It's all LAN connected."
Yeah, no kidding.
So people like Fighter and like all of Mindfreak had to play on like Flanner's account, and like they were all playing on all these other different accounts.
Really?
So it wasn't even their names, and so the caster wasn't even like calling out that it was Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that just like that to me, that shouldn't happen. It can't happen, especially if you've got like you're advertising yourself essentially in that team, and they're going, man, this guy's going really well. And it's like, well, that actually wasn't me.
Yeah,
like that to me is just like that's like someone, I don't know, that's like I don't know, a celebrity rocking up going, oh yeah, no, this is me, and then it's like, oh, actually no, it's not you.
Yeah, it's a mask. Hi guys.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was a big no for me.
Yeah, I know. There's little things like that I reckon it take away from the event. And as we said earlier, by all accounts, great event. Really, and we're not bagging by any means XP Esports. They did a fantastic job, and I really hope they use this as a learning experience.
100%. I don't think.
Move
Yeah, they
shouldn't
be demoralized by it.
Yeah, by no means.
Like, yes, some of the feedback was negative as hell. It was pretty average, man. Like,
yeah.
But
I think what the biggest, in terms of feedback, I think the biggest thing I noticed was obviously the stream casted by I think his name was Tim.
Yeah.
Maybe. Don't quote me on that. Yeah. It's his first gig, don't get me wrong. But I think XP didn't do a great job of setting him up for success.
Yeah, I mean, I get that they wanted to use someone local. Yeah. I totally understand that.
I get that, yeah.
But give him someone to bounce off of. Don't single cast, man. Like, that's, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, that's the thing. Like, Matt and I with the podcast always said that if one of us can't make it, don't do it, because try and bounce ideas off and have a conversation with just yourself. I mean, like, that's what, you know, I hate to bring it back to streaming, but that's what streamers do. Yeah. If there's no one in the chat, they have to talk to themselves. But but it's like, you just run out of shit to talk about.
Exactly right. You know? And you end up repeating too much.
Yeah, and then you start like, it's all downhill.
It's all downhill. There's no upwards trajectory for a single person podcast unless, no. Not that I've seen.
I totally understand using someone local. However, maybe not biased at all, but maybe even if you're going to use someone local, get them to talk to people that have done it before.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially if it's their first crack at it. Yeah. I mean, nothing against him. He did the best he could do with the skill set he has.
And the technical difficulties they did have.
Yeah, which I think he handled pretty well.
I think, I mean, the echo, I could see that he was getting a bit frustrated by the third time, but
yeah,
that's production side. That's, that can happen to anyone.
Exactly. Like, I mean, that's live broadcasting.
Yeah, that's good. Really. Especially a tournament scenario. Like, I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Like, there's been tournaments run online before, and the shit that goes wrong in them. Like, man, dude.
It happens regularly.
Yeah.
I mean, was it the MLG event that you went to that they had? Oh, I don't know what it was. There was something on the stream that it just cut out, and they're like, "The stream's gone." What the hell happened?
At Atlanta, maybe. I mean, the one issue we had at Atlanta was majority of the open PlayStation shit itself.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good, yeah.
There's 128 teams. And we can't play each other. Yeah, they couldn't swap them out fast enough. So we ended up playing on broken PlayStations.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the way events should be done.
Yeah, but it's just like, what can you do? You can't. You only have an X amount of people.
You make the best of the situation.
You gotta just and you're gonna piss people off. You're like, down.
100%. And I think I'm gonna call him Tim. I think Tim did a good job of that. Yeah. He managed himself well.
I mean, I guess a question. Do you think that there were too many teams for the first event?
100%. They couldn't even get through one round of pools. Like, they played 3 matches in pool play. Like,
and best of threes.
To play everybody. And like, you're paying a hard point, you're playing S&D, and it's game over.
Like, I know for instance, our boys, Sleepers, I know they're bloody good at control.
They have grinded the hell out of it because in a best of 5 situation, you're always going to play control.
Exactly.
That can be the determining factor sometimes.
And I mean, the one time they play control, they completely destroyed them. 3-0. Yeah, exactly like, right. I mean, yes, I agree. I think that maybe there were too many teams there for a first event. Yeah.
And let's touch on this as well. Mind Freak. Yes, best team in APAC. I get that. They bring the viewership. Mind you, I didn't see the viewership over 250 for the whole day. Correct me if I'm wrong.
150.
Yeah. I was speaking to Judge yesterday, and he's like, yeah, he pretty much watched it all day, and he said, yeah, I think 250 was the max. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Again, first event. Let's just keep this in context. It's their first event. The fact that teams like Sleeper and whoever else was there, not as an arrogance thing, it's just I'm really not sure. F7 guys,
were they
there? Pandemic, Fury, yeah. F7's return. That's cool. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Trying to remember where I was going with that, but bringing the extra 4 teams on, again, I understand the need for wanting to do the viewership, but then teams like us had to pay for 3 events prior to qualify for this event, not just here's a golden ticket. Here's a golden ticket. 4 teams that got in. I don't know what the circumstance is in terms of them having to pay and stuff like that, but every other team and players and stuff like that, whether they're self-funding or whatever it was, had to pay to get into this tournament. Weren't just handed it. And Mindfreak, I understand that. Yeah, cool. Biggest team in APAC, you want to get them in because that's going to help your viewership. It's good for the scene. All that good stuff. That's sweet. The 3 other teams, which then pushes out to a 16-team LAN, I don't know, man. In 2 days, it's always going to be tough, especially running it the way they did. And
do you think... This is pretty good actually. You think that for a COD LAN or any LAN in general, right? Only really base it off Rainbow Six. These guys can probably later on got it wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's an amateur league. I'm pretty sure there's a pro league, and then there's a global league. There's 3. I'm pretty sure there's 3 like steps. For
Rainbow Six.
Yeah, isn't there like 3 steps essentially? I don't know. There's.
I know there's a lot of really grassroots amateur leagues.
So why not? Sorry.
Yeah. And then you've got your pro league, but I'm pretty sure there's 2 sort of.
Yeah, I know there's one for PC and I know there's one for console, and the console one's not as high as PC. Of
course.
PC is obviously the.
Yeah. No.
I think the way that this scene needs to grow, essentially, in any game, to be honest, this doesn't just go for COD, but obviously we're talking about it, so let's go with COD.
Yeah.
We have pro teams. We have,
pro
team. Okay.
Team.
I mean, let's say, I mean, yes, pro team, probably mine for yes, because they essentially do that for a living.
Yeah.
And they still obviously have jobs, uni, etc. But they do get the opportunity. I mean, like for instance, they had the LAN last weekend in Fort Worth. They've come to here. And then they're going to Japan
next weekend.
Right? So to me, that's living the life really of a pro player.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a circuit. You're going around. You're just doing your stuff. You're making some money. You're playing.
Yeah. Exactly.
So they're out there. They're what you aspire to. International
APAC brand. Yeah.
Then I said, I mean, you can only pitch them as XTM, but I'm pretty sure it's Vertex. Is that what they're on now? Or Apex?
Lude. Some random named org that's just popped up in the last week. Ludoth Pantheon or Panthon, I don't know. Whatever, probably gone next week.
Those I'm gonna just say XTM.
XTM, yeah.
Those guys, my opinion, are still pros.
Yeah, for sure.
They're still part of the circuit. They just unfortunately the whole thing with what happened with TM happened, and then Icon. It's Icon.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously said of limbo now. Right?
Yeah,
I think there's another probably 4, even 2 other teams that have essentially pro players in them. Right?
Yeah.
They're people that, in my opinion, should be going to the States regularly. Like they should be going. Fortunately, there isn't 3 orgs that are high, like are big enough yet, can afford it. Just to get them there. Because I believe that Australia, because we are so small, we do have a limited amount of players. However, those players have to play better of higher caliber because we do have people like the like of Mindfreak and CM and those sort of pro players, right? However, it needs to start from the ground if we want to grow the scene, if we want to bring it up,
yeah,
we need someone like X Esports to number one go with their word. I agree. I think that people, you're going to qualify for something, you don't bring in other teams towards the end of it. I mean, dude. The only thing I got to say about that is the only reason they probably did that is because I know a lot of teams broke up before it, and there was a lot of like roster changes and it's
gone.
Whatever.
It's like roster mania every other week out here.
That needs to stop.
It does.
If we want it to grow. But
yes.
For instance, I guess my question now is if they did have, for instance, a amateur league, say for instance it was in the form of X, where Mind Freak couldn't play these young guys such as Entice and these guys. I mean, I can only go off our team because obviously this is a podcast. And I'm going to talk about them majority of the time, other than the other teams. There's obviously better. There's good players out there.
Yeah, man, for sure.
And all that, and I'm not taking that away from anyone, but giving those guys a chance, go, holy shit, maybe we could, you know, win some money, and then go back to your family and say, I've just won $4,000.
Yep.
Okay, maybe we should look at taking this a bit more seriously for you. Yeah, giving you the stuff, like giving you like, what do you need to keep doing this? Yeah. And then you know, it's like, well, this is what the circuit is so far. So for instance, can I go for what we did? So 3 LANs. For instance, that whole year, 3 LANs. All right, so this goes in Melbourne. This is the date. This is the date. Beautiful, no worries. And then the family can help say like, we'll help save up for it. You got to fund it yourself. You know? However, we're going to leave you alone, and you can do whatever the fuck. Because
as long as your homework,
school, whatever is you're on top of.
As long as that stuff's on top of, and you're getting stuff done. Yeah, I 100% agree, man.
Yeah, because I know for a fact that when the ESL LANs were on, I mean, still living at home, and I just mom and dad like, this is on. You know, Matt and Clint are pretty much helping fund it all.
Yeah.
They just went, go for it.
Yeah.
Like, cool, sweet. Like, you know, I'm gonna go to America as well. Yeah, do it. They didn't. As long as you have a plan and there's something to go for, I think that the whole mindset of like the whole like people around, not just the LAN, because like it's bigger than the LAN, right? That's what that's what everyone's trying to get to. And everyone outside of that looking in needs to feel. I mean, this is where we get back to the looking in thing. It needs to feel like, okay, number one, this is a safe thing to go, like, let my son or daughter go and do.
Oh God. Yeah.
And they could potentially make a career out of it. You know? So, for instance, these grassroots LANs as such should be advertising the talent coming through, not the talent that's already at the top.
Established, yeah.
You know?
I feel like if you... alternate setting, we had the 12 teams originally. Mind Freak still come.
Yeah.
But then you have that set up as more of an exhibition. You know, as showcasing, look, these guys are the best in Australia. This is what they can do.
Why not have like an all-stars thing? Like, why 100%. Couldn't they have done? Like, I mean, they do it in CS, man. You know, like the 2 hosts, and they have like they make this dream team as such.
Yep.
That would, to me, would be pretty funny. Like,
that would be cool. That'd be cool.
But whether they do that, I don't know. But
I don't know if we're there yet for the personalities inside of Call of Duty.
Yeah. I mean, I think we need to start smaller again, because I mean, really, COD has taken a real bad
It's taken a
turn.
massive beating, man. We had 3 years of jetpacks, followed by a World War II shitter. And this year we have a good game.
They just introduced mechanics that I don't think need to be in the game, because that's not COD. Like,
that's right.
Manual healing should.
Manual healing is why. What COD's been the same for how many years? Why change it?
Yeah, this whole health thing.
Oh, 150 health.
I don't even know why we need to know that there's 150 health.
Well, yeah, exactly.
We haven't known that in past CODs. We just know we're one shot when our screen's red.
Exactly right. It's just more bullshit you have to keep on top of.
It's just, I mean,
from gameplay, really.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that they learn from that and there's no manual healing in the next one. Really hope there's. But yeah, that's getting more into the game side. This is more the LAN side. But
yeah. Touching on what you were saying in terms of having something in sort of grassroots. I think potentially next year there's a lot of talk about franchising. I think that is happening.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, it's like 25 million spot pro league.
Yeah, something like
which, unless MF have a $1 billion investor in their back pocket, I don't know how it's going to go for them. I think they'll be competing at the amateur level again. Amateur level, as in the people that couldn't afford 25 million. Let me just keep that in context for you as well.
Yeah,
that opens it up as well to having someone like XP or again maybe ESL, fingers crossed, opening up a challenger league, which I think will happen, but I just don't know. There's so many unknowns, man.
Yeah,
for events and
we need like almost. We need almost someone like this, for instance. It does get pretty big, right? I mean, really, IW was a good year essentially because ESL were working with MLG.
Yes,
and that's what needs to happen here. Someone needs to work with MLG in order to feed the category in, rather than just us qualifying online for these one-way tickets, almost return tickets to go experience an event and come back. Like there's not, the incentive isn't big enough for an org to just look at it and go, we can make money out of that.
Yeah, I mean, and essentially at the end of the day, that's what it's about. I mean, no, it's not 100% what it's about. The money for me, Clint, like, whatever.
I mean,
as
obviously there's obviously
no return.
No, there's 100% no return, but it's more that is this going to be? It's more the content, right? Like,
yep, that's right.
I mean, we've touched on it. The videos and stuff that have come out from Sleeper over the weekend have been great. Like, I'm looking forward to. I really hope that there's like more videos that are coming. But
yeah, man, the next week's worth of content we've got planned is pretty exciting.
Yeah, and so
can't
for me,
too much on podcast, but
but that's the thing, because people like are interested in that, and they want to see more of that because out of the land, like, because I mean, vlogs, for instance, right? Like, it's funny. People are like, oh, why don't you vlog every day? It's like, because I do the same thing every day, you know, and there's no. But when these lands and stuff come up, people are so interested in seeing into that life, that idea.
Yeah, exactly, man.
You know, and
what's happening at the land if you can't make it.
Yeah, exactly. And even though you may not follow it on, you know, like watching Twitch or whatever, still people out there that don't know what Twitch is. There are definitely people that would rather go on YouTube because that's they know. Go, oh, what's this? And then they go, man, these guys had a really tough bracket, or man, these guys did really good that weekend, without even knowing what the fuck just happened. You know?
Yeah, they just don't have a clue. We reel it back a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the topic I guess we started on in terms of this event was the fact that there was a lot of toxicity and verbal abuse. I'm calling it because there's no place for that in COD. ESL did really well at it. XP Esports has a lot to learn in that regard. And I think for a sponsor from the outside looking in, why would you? I'd like someone tweet at me what your case for a sponsor to actually sponsor an LAN event. Because I've had numerous chats with unnamed source, we'll go with, about events in APAC, right? And the biggest hurdle is getting sponsors on board. An event like this with the clips that have come out of it is not going to help the cause.
Yeah, no, especially with some of the bigger sponsors they got.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'd be disappointed if I was.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just said not again. I wouldn't. Yeah. I honestly wouldn't.
No, honestly, same. And look, it sucks because we keep getting reamed like that, but then the players
like
don't
the pitch is bigger than
favors.
the pitch is bigger.
No one realizes that. The pitch is bigger than you turning around to the guy over there you just shit on in COD and calling him an F and C.
Yeah,
it's bigger than that.
Yeah,
you know,
getting up. It. You want the scene to grow? Don't be a dick.
Don't be. Shock horror. Don't be a dick.
You want more lands? Don't be a dick.
It's a really simple process to follow. But people struggle with it because, you know, they're just better than everybody
else.
They're just
it's in the heat of the moment.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've seen some tweets.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And the other thing they sort of they struggle with as well is teams not showing up. And again, we sort of touched on it before, where weeks leading up to this event, teams were breaking up, teams were changing. Like it's just like, oh my god, you've committed to going to an event as X team, whatever org, whatever it is.
I mean, there's people changing out players at the LAN.
Yeah, dude.
Like, not how LAN works, guys. Like,
yeah, man,
you're stuck with that team. Just, man, I was mind blown when I saw tweets about that. I was like, who the hell is dropping someone halfway through a LAN?
Yeah, no, and that literally just goes to show you how much time and effort is actually put into this game, and minimal is the word I'm using.
Yeah,
minimal at best. There's no thought. It's just literally ego challenge after ego challenge. It's a fucking joke. But that's Call of Duty. That's the state of APAC COD. It's not really pleasant at the moment. And that's the other thing. Like from an org standpoint for Sleeper, we got blessed. The team we have, unreal. And I think Clint and I both messaged Entice, and I want to have a chat to the boys as well about it. Like from what we heard, they were they were exemplary citizens. Really good. You know, they kept it above board at all times. They did their best to not get carried away in the moment and all that sort of stuff. And look, of course, there probably was a few off comments that were around, but
of course.
Compared to what I've seen, man, whatever. That's nothing. These guys, like, yeah, I don't want to say any more about that, but again, from an org standpoint, why would I invest money into a team that's going to break up or be doing roster changes at the goddamn event? Why would I do that?
Yeah, and also, I guess another thing, in comments or whatever, I guess I like to know what a team actually wants out of an org. Like, yeah, without being proven.
Yeah.
You know, like,
what can you realistically expect an org to give you? Like, how can you
that's almost it's almost probably another topic, like, for another time, because the org, I mean, that's a massive topic, really, because the org and the team, what do they want? You know, like, because I feel like sometimes teams go, oh, we just want a jersey.
Yeah.
But the orgs the orgs are like, oh shit, we gotta fund them, we gotta do that, because they look at America, and that's obviously what you base it off.
Yeah, of course.
We're not there, guys.
No, we're not. Plain and simple. We are not America.
No. Yeah.
This sense of entitlement that comes from seeing what happens in America needs to go, and it needs to go ASAP, because, like,
yeah, I'll be really interested. I'd be really interested to see what org thinks that they need to supply, as opposed to what they supply, and what a team thinks they could have supplied. Yeah,
both sides of the coin.
What they get supplied. It would be interesting to see, like, what they, like, if it actually matches up, or whether people are just like, that'd be a really interesting one. I think that's probably we'll talk about it later.
We might have to. We'll have to. I know we said last week the week before, we were gonna get one of the guys on to have a chat about the land and all that sort of stuff as well. But obviously,
that could be we might.
That's something I wouldn't mind doing next week or the week after, whenever we can.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, right now we can't, because they're on the flight.
Yeah,
home to Melbourne.
Dude, that's not good enough, man. Honestly,
I know.
Like, we're trying to make content here. They should be home. Like,
they should be home. Yeah, like, as if an airline is stopping us from making content.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to call Tiger. Hold up. That's fine, but
surprise though, Tiger had some delayed flights for the LAN event as well.
Yeah,
as always.
Yeah. I thought Tiger was meant to be fast.
Not as fast as Jetstar, bro.
Yes. But so I mean, these X esports,
XP
esports,
Queensland.
I hope there's another LAN.
So do I, man. And
purely for the people that are wanting to play COD and wanting to get, like, but I don't know how you get better at this game. Better. this like this is just like me digressing a little bit, but it just doesn't seem the same, and I'm not even in the scene anymore. Like,
yeah.
You look back, Black Ops 3 and IW, people were just online, man. They were just playing. They were just like, hey, I mean, LFS ANZ COD hashtag would pop.
I'd love to see the statistics for that hashtag over
Yeah,
time.
like seeing it just sort of go like that. Yeah, it would just go downhill so quickly now, I think. Like I remember you could, between like the end of Black Ops 3 to the IW, I reckon every minute and a half, someone was tweeting. And I feel like now it's like more like who wants to play Apex on that hashtag.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Apex.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Oh man. Like, I mean,
it's just not there. It's just not there, man. And
I don't know how to change that. I don't know how we get out of that.
I'm not sure. And I mean, I think,
and people say like, oh, it's the COD. I think it is. I think
people play the COD, man. People play it. Even 100%. WW2, people still played it. Yeah. We still had. I know we had obviously 2Ks. We still had 2Ks that had 20 teams, 25 teams, 32 teams, whatever it was. People still played. They didn't enjoy it.
You got to look at the statistics though for this. You can only base it off 2Ks. They're not relevant anymore. However, at the beginning, there was over 100 teams. And now that signed up the other day for the qualifier, there was like 6 teams.
Yeah.
For a qualifier.
It's sad, man.
We went from 100. Where did they go? I mean, guaranteed, like probably 30 of those 100 were probably under 18s trying to play.
Of course. But we expect that.
Why 6 teams? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's open to 16 guys. Like,
yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Well, like, honestly, like, we could have been a T8 team.
Me on a T8 team, I don't know.
Oh, that's insane.
You? Maybe? No.
Man, dude. That's insane. But yeah, it's just... I think the amateur scene... I mean,
it needs some structure. It needs structure seriously bad.
As silly as it sounds, what MLG did at Fort Worth with the Amateur League and the Pro League happening at the same time... Granted, I felt like maybe Charlie and Delta should have been more catered towards the Amateur League. Alpha and Bravo stations should have been catered more towards the Pro League team.
Yeah, dude.
That would have been probably better for content, in my opinion. We would have seen a lot better quality streams from the Amateur League. And that's the thing, unfortunately, like... I mean, I spoke to some of the guys that I know from America, and they went to Fort Worth. And I said, "Oh, how's the Amateur League going?" Because he follows. Majority of people love Mind Freak over there. Like they actually do look out for him, going, "Holy crap, these guys actually aren't just like these guys are good." I mean, they beat Optic, like last year. That definitely helped them, I think. Wasn't hard to beat Optic last year anyway. But they still got a lot of reputation from that.
Their reputation,
and they were taking down some very, very good teams. And even this year, I think that they're doing exceptional for what they've been able to come up against.
GPL, a global pro league,
and that, man, to me, I just, in some ways, I just feel like they're out for us. I feel like they're out for APAC, and they just give us that pool. They give us the pool of death, like literally every year.
Yeah. And
the only thing is, it wouldn't happen as often if there were more Australian teams.
It wouldn't. If we could prove ourselves.
Yeah. So, well, even ANZ teams. But
yeah.
What?
Well, APAC just had a LAN, technically, in Japan.
Viewership wasn't as, and you know what? The viewership was probably nearly on par with XP.
Was it? See, I didn't get a chance to check in.
It might have been a bit higher. I can't remember how many. I think it might have got to 1,000 at one point. But when I first started watching it, the first game, there was like 170 people watching.
Oh, wow. Okay. Not bad, considering majority of those teams are unknown.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's Rampage and I think
Love Potion.
Oh man, they were
they're
first.
Good, man.
They're good. Yeah, they're good. in that. But yeah. So I just feel like if we through the Pro League for now, but give the amateurs something to play for, which is what this XP Esports was trying to do. However, don't invite those pro league teams. You know, like, or even have a. I don't know how it could work. Like, because obviously you don't want to stop people from playing, but obviously if they qualify,
100%. And look,
and then what classes you as a pro? Majority of these guys aren't pros. They just like playing Call of Duty and they're really good at it. You know, to me, the definition of pro is obviously doing something you love and getting paid for it. And these guys, unfortunately, aren't getting paid for it.
No, the vast majority are not.
Yeah, that's. But maybe I don't know. Maybe the guy. Yeah, I don't know how you do it.
I think, man. Look, for me,
get better.
Oh yeah, be better for sure.
But
for me, I think if you introduced franchising coming in next year, obviously, potentially, something like that is introduced. That obviously is going to rule out 90% of teams.
Yeah,
leaving the top 10% of position in the pro league. From that, obviously, there's going to be room for amateur leagues because people still want to play. Just because they didn't get in pro league because they couldn't afford it or weren't good enough, whatever it may be, doesn't mean people aren't going to play the game. And I think the pro league will be a good thing in terms of the franchise because it'll broaden what they can do with it, which will be awesome. And then leave room then for the amateurs to sort of help or give some sort of grassroots. So if let's say, for example, next year, XP Esports or ESL, whoever it is, teams up with, I don't want to say MLG, but teams up with somebody and they decide to run 3 LANs in a year, then a whole bunch of like online events, right? And then like a final at the end of the year. Imagine that. Imagine if you had, let's say, a prize pool. I'm going to go sort of an optimistic prize pool for a year of, say, 50 grand. Don't think we're going to get that. Anyway, like across the year, say 3 events plus a final, offline final, right? So you have your 3, you have Melbourne, you have Sydney, you have Brisbane.
And in Adelaide. No.
Yeah. And in
Adelaide.
Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and you have your final in Adelaide. Probably not Adelaide.
Yeah, not Adelaide.
Probably either Melbourne or Sydney. Yeah. But, you know.
Online qualifiers will be in Adelaide.
4 events for the year. At least, you know, he's got cheap flights. That's handy.
Online qualifiers will be in Adelaide.
Online qualifiers in Adelaide. Yeah, done.
Hosted by Adelaide. Yeah.
Adelaide Advantage. Yeah.
Yep.
You have something like that where you've got a whole bunch of offline events, which give you points, which will help your seeding in these amateur events. Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. All across the year. Dude, that's huge. If someone could help build that, which I hope to God XP Esports is heading towards that direction, that will be massive for our scene because then you know there's this amount of events especially for an org, man. If we can budget for that,
we've
done.
We've touched on this before, like a couple of years ago when we were looking at. I'll let the public podcast know. We were looking at setting up a tournament site. We were looking at setting up a site where people could essentially do it, but you need to set up something similar to MLG. Yeah. And the thing is though, like, I mean, I looked into it for a good 3 months. I was like we were talking majority of the time.
Yeah, man.
And then at the end of it, I was just like, it's all there. Like we have it. We just don't use it. We've already
got it all.
We just don't use it.
Not utilized at all.
And then that's the thing, like YouTube, another Twitter question. Like, is that something that would probably influence you better if, like, yes, you guys play GBs all the time. However, what if there was a playoff bracket at the end of it that actually did qualify you for a LAN, essentially?
Yeah.
Or like, would you want to use a new site for that, or would you want to use a site that, you know, is already established?
Yep. Yeah, 100%, man. I think WagerBot's filling that gap a little bit, I think, at the moment.
Yeah. But I don't feel like they're doing it enough.
I don't think they're doing the best. I mean, they're doing a good job of what they're doing.
A point system, I think, is the only way that you're gonna...
A league, man. A league with ladders. We've discussed this a number of times off, obviously, camera and off any podcast or any format like this. If there's a league where you can get points and compete to get up a ladder,
people get it,
and then a final at the end, dude, people love that shit.
Yeah, and then it helps. Like it's not just that helps the content side. People are like, you can see it 2Ks when people get into TA. I mean, the Entice Mifsor got partnered because of it.
Yeah, man.
You know, like the people love watching those young guys take it to the other teams. You know, and that's That's the viewership they get.
It's big, exactly right, and that's what people want to see. And you don't.
And that, like, so even though he was getting like 250 viewers or whatever,
yeah,
people are going, man, this guy, like, what is this tournament? And then people tune in that aren't, you know, from that scene, and then it just sort of just like
the whole space.
Insane, guys.
Amazing.
It's insane what Twitch can do.
Yeah, when done right. when utilized properly.
Say. Yes. But yeah.
Anyway, enough about Call of Duty. I think we've pretty much shit out of that cat.
Yeah. Like I said, yes. Tweet this guy, that guy. I'm over there, not here. OBS is backwards. Anyway,
tweet me what you think, or DM me what you think. I'm keen to hear
YouTube comments, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I would be interested to see it too.
Below.
Yeah, comment below. We would definitely like to hear what your thoughts on the COD LAN were. Yeah. Obviously, don't be a dick about it. Just constructive criticism.
It's an opinion at the end of the day. If you have a varying opinion,
what you think? What you think would have helped improve that LAN? And do you think that potentially having the likes of Mindfreak and etc., those sort of teams there were a good or bad thing?
Yeah, for sure.
That's probably the two main questions. And also, if just there another website such that you would like to see. If you as a player were gonna make a website, what would you?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. It's probably the first three. Because I mean, like I said, we've already got we're not going, guys, we're gonna start a website. It's nothing like that. We're literally just saying there are websites out there already. But if they can get that information, say from us, and you guys, you might get it. I don't know what their situation is or whatever like that. But this is all like part of the community. We are trying to be a part of like a lot of communities here.
Yeah, of course.
And we just want to see people be. I mean, that's the thing, right? We've always, for Sleeper guys, we've always wanted to see just people being successful. Like, we're happy for Jacko going to the States. We're happy for we want to see people succeed and have be happy in what they choose.
That's literally why we exist.
Yeah, it's we're not here to we'll do this and this and be the ones that hold it all. We don't want to do that. We don't have time for that. We don't have time to do a podcast each week. So
it's an hour and a half that we're dedicating for us to have a chat.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is a good catch up.
It is good
debrief for us.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's good. Get to sort of it's funny because majority of the time our off stream we just bitch. We actually we're sort of constructive criticism. It's great. I love it. Yeah, it's constructive. Yeah. It's not destructive.
All things.
So no, it's good. It's a good digress. But yes, comment below. Go. Be good. Let's go on some fun stuff.
Let's go to Sekiro.
Marvel.
No, you want Marvel?
Nah.
I was thinking.
What do you got?
Let's keep it in gaming because I was
yeah. Let's do it.
I mucked up my topic.
Right?
Sekiro, Matt. Tell us about Sekiro because I've seen the streams, I've seen the frustration, I've seen the blood, the sweat, and the tears.
Oh man, is it fun though?
So many others.
Is it fun? Sekiro. Honestly, if you guys don't know what Sekiro is, you guys need to just check it out. Sekiro is made by the guys that created Dark Souls, Soul series, and also Bloodborne. Sekiro is their new death game.
Yes.
And it is the hardest one out of the series, out of any of them. Sekiro is on its own level. There is nothing I can compare it to, but it is just Sekiro. How to describe it? Whatever. I've literally the first thing I wrote, Sekiro is game of the year material. That's to be so early in the year and have a game like this that is enjoyable, but I mean, you guys never played Souls or anything like that. It is on you if you fuck up. The controls are that simple. You have an attack button, you have a dodge button, and you have a block button. If you don't work out the bosses battles or even the smaller AIs
combos and
you're dead. Simple as that.
That's simple.
And it's a risk and reward system. So basically, if you die, all your experience, all your coin, all that is halved. And so the more there is a lot of farming that goes on in that game. You'll see a lot of probably streamers, if they can't get to a certain part in the level or whatever, they would just go back and get more powerful, because that's it. Sometimes you need more health, sometimes item to be able to defeat. Like for instance, came up against a ball, actual raging ball. Yeah, it had horns on fire, and
good.
And I had no idea how to defeat it, and so I was talking to Kersey, because he plays as well, and he said, "Oh, you need this item," and I would have never worked that out. So there's a vendor that sells an item that you need to be able to use to actually like sort of
defeat the ball.
Defeat the ball.
Right. Was it red?
It was no. It was like a black ball. It was like massive.
Oh, man,
it's massive.
Yeah, I need to watch that bit.
No, it's really good. It's actually, and that's the thing. Like every boss just feels unique. You know, like
it's always a different challenge.
It's enjoyable even to go up against the mini bosses. They're just so different to one. But yeah, no, like you like ninjas set in a samurai era, Sekiro is legitimately the game for you.
That's
like
the game for you.
And the movement, I just watch gameplay. Go just type in Sekiro and just enjoy
on YouTube or
Twitch. There's so many people playing at the moment, and you can just people
grinding it out,
die
again until they work out how to not die.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I was stuck on Lady Butterfly for 3.5 hours last night. Killed her in 30 seconds.
Killed her in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm actually annoyed at myself.
After me watching you for 2 hours the other night, try and fail. Get within a quarter of death. Health. Killed you. 30 seconds. Is that all it took?
Well, that's the thing. Because I went and got stronger. Came back to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just ended up doing this move. I just like, it says at the beginning of the fight, it says step dodge and then counter like attack. So you do a dodge and then you just press R1 and you do like a fight. You face your back to her. And I was like, I did it once and I was like, hang on a minute. And then I chained it and kept doing that and it just stun blocks her. She just doesn't move. She can't move. Like
that literally takes away her biggest strength, which is movement.
Yeah, which is movement. She just like she tries to jump up, you just hit her. Like it's actually I was actually frustrated with myself how easy the fight was. Like you can literally, I reckon you can do that fight without getting hit easily.
You're joking me.
Yeah, no, I reckon.
You're joking
me.
It
is.
Oh, dude.
And that's the thing with the Souls games, right? There's always a attack or something that any boss just can't. Something that they just can't block or do. Based on something that you do, and that was it for her. So I mean, I feel like I need to like do the easiest strat for Lady Butterfly, because I reckon I could replicate that probably another 4 times and just upload that to YouTube, and people would just.
I think you need to, man.
I think I need to.
I
think I've honestly found the way that she's done it. Like how to defeat her. She's that easy.
Well, I watched the clip, dude, and you literally wipe her health.
Yeah. Even though that was her second phase too. The first phase, you should have seen the first phase.
In 30 seconds.
Should have seen the first phase.
Quicker.
Yeah.
A full boss battle in under a minute, guys. That's a world's first.
Yeah. Insane. And that's the thing. Like I remember like going into other chats today. I was in Obsessive's Vanities, and they were talking about Lady Butterfly, and one of them mentioned almost the strat I said, and he said, "Don't be stupid. You can't do that." Like,
really?
Yeah, you can do that.
No kidding.
Yeah, people don't think you can do it.
Yeah, you need to make that video ASAP.
Yeah, that's it.
Straight up.
But Sekiro, at the moment, 10 out of 10. I didn't even give a shit about the story. I don't care. Like the story's good, but I just don't. I mean, I don't know what the hell.
Is that good?
I don't know what's going on with the story, but that's Japanese games. I've
right.
You don't know until the end. So. But you don't play it. You don't play those games for the story, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Play them for the bosses.
Yeah, well, that's that sort of game type. But all right, so that's got your tick of approval. 10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Would recommend. Yep.
Game of the year material. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks. Let's quickly touch on. We'll do a slim review.
we always do 30 seconds on Div 2, don't we? It's like what is the state of the game? Like the state of the game each week for Div 2, they do a stream each week, and we're like the 30-second recap of it all, I think.
Yeah.
Div 2, insanely good. insanely fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I'm surprised at that. I'll be honest.
You get to level 30. Oh my god, the grind to level 30. That's a good probably 40 hours to get to level 30.
Yep.
There's a strat to sort of power level.
Is it effective though?
Yeah,
for someone like me.
It's pretty effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely get away with playing with higher level people. You do get more XP experience doing that, but there's also like there's a better way to level. Sure.
Okay.
By yourself. The enemies, if they're a level above you, they are insanely hard. Like there is the difficulty spike.
It's hard to kill.
Yeah. So by the end of the story, you should be. I mean, if you do all the story, you should be 24 for the last mission.
Yep.
But yeah, no, Div 2 is good. Then you get to level 30, and the game just completely changes. It's
in-game content's good.
In-game content right now,
stale. Okay.
There's stuff to go for in
3 weeks in.
Yeah.
Okay.
We thought last week would be when so after level 30, go into tier 1, tier 2, world tier 3, world tier.
Yep.
At the moment, so obviously that means that the enemies are harder. Your gear score's higher, so better stuff drops.
Mm-hmm.
The highest gear score at the moment is like 450. Gear score doesn't really matter. Working on your build rather than gear score. Once you get to like 450, that's when you start working on. So anything like under 449 doesn't really matter. As long as you're above 420. Blaze it. However, because they are releasing a tier 5, a lot of us feel like there is no point grinding the game yet, because once tier 5 comes up, gear score goes up to 500.
Yeah, okay. So it's
and
like
that's when the builds, that's when the builds are meant to be a bit better. Yeah, but people are definitely still enjoying the game. They're still going for their exotics and stuff. Exotics, you very interestingly have to farm bosses or parts. There's 4 parts to make 1 gun for an exotic. So and there's an RNG chance for the actual gun to drop, the high end gun to drop, make the gun. But there's also a chance for the exotic just to drop by itself too. So
wow, okay.
There's the loot grind
is a grind.
So satisfying.
It's satisfying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's very, 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 very good. Yeah.
Now I need more time to play. God damn.
Yeah, no. You get gear sets from as soon as you hit level 1. You get stuff that will help you the whole. You can start seeing builds as you're going through, and sort of I need to sort of go for this. That's gear.
That's unreal, man.
Yeah.
I like that as opposed to the system where you just get a whole bunch of
get to
BS
level.
guns.
Yeah, you get to like.
Then you get slightly better BS guns.
Yeah.
Then slightly better BS guns. Then you start hitting the relevant shit. It's
exactly.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, like a green set. Is just as viable as a blue set.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So like that's really cool. Good. Yeah. And then but you do get to the point like when you get to level 30, anything under purple, you won't get anything under purple. Actually, they won't drop. So.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And even purple is just because you just go on for yellows and oranges exotics. But
yep.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. I'm just majority of us are just waiting for. Well, we're all playing different games.
Yeah. What about so out of 10 as it stands at the moment, as a game, just as itself with the content that is out available for now? What do you reckon out of 10?
The leveling side is like probably the most satisfying I've ever done.
Okay, that's big.
Where it probably gets let down is Endgame at the moment, but I know that's coming. They keep talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably 7.
7
out of 10.
That's good.
Yeah.
So the 40-hour grind to level cap is worth it, and then
the gear score grind is good. Yeah, it's just until you hit the end game part, and then you're like, well, and there's a few things you can go for, but there's no point going for any of that stuff yet.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh well, I'm actually pretty hyped about that. I just need to find some time to actually play.
Yeah.
I need to buy the game first, but anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. So Monday, no, was it Monday night? Saturday night. I finally
I've been messaging for 2 weeks, guys. I've been telling him, you got to see Captain Marvel. We have to talk about it on the podcast because God, does it set a shit up.
So good.
It sets so much up.
Man, Endgame is like ready.
Yeah, Endgame is ready, and it's not that far away. We're like a month away today.
Yeah, dude. I'm extremely hyped for that. Obviously, saw the movie Saturday night. Loved it, dude.
It's great.
Loved it.
It's honestly.
Go. You go first.
I will say this: if it wasn't a Marvel movie, I don't think it'd work. Yeah. I don't think it's a bit of a mess, but
it is if you don't have the context.
Yeah.
I guess.
But as an origin story for one of the most, in my opinion, well, she's no opinion, the most powerful people in the Marvel universe, they nailed it. They actually nailed it. Like when 100%. She actually, like, there's no spoilers here, obviously, but when she finally just breaks her shit and just goes Super Saiyan.
We'll call it Super Saiyan. As it was happening in the movie, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was worried. I was actually worried that they wouldn't show her as being as powerful as she is. And I think they nailed it, honestly. I don't know how else. I don't know how you could have shown it any better. Like,
no.
I mean, I will say that probably the most enjoyable character is the cat.
The Flurkin.
Flurkin.
God, that made me laugh. Oh, so my partner's actually a massive cat fan.
Yeah.
So having that a part of it and then it being what it was turned out to be.
Yeah. that was great.
Big plus for her.
That was great.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson.
He can, man, I can't believe. Yeah, Young Fury, and I can't get over how old he is still. Like, he just,
bro, it's amazing what CGI can do.
It's insane.
What if I could get to, like, remove the beard, freshen me up a little bit?
Yeah, that's it. But no, I honestly, the origin story even for Nick Fury was pretty funny. I think that was the way they tied it in. Now he lost his eye and things like that. That was pretty funny.
A few. There was. I mean, I've done a little bit of reading after watching the movie, and obviously there's a few continuity issues timeline wise with Nick. Obviously,
yes, there is. There's also the other thing that doesn't really fit well is the Guardian storyline. If you actually go back, because we actually did it, you came back, Captain Marvel, and started watching Guardians.
Yeah. And
the timeline sort of suits it, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't.
Yeah. Okay.
She appears on Earth 1 year later from when Star-Lord is abducted.
1 year later.
So he's like 8, I think, something like that, when he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, he's older than that. But the other thing that sort of didn't make sense to me, they say that she's the first superhero that they've seen. Did they forget about Captain America? Like,
in the 40s?
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like 60 years prior?
Yeah. So did what?
Yeah.
Did they just forget that he is in a coma? I don't know. I mean,
we're both scratching our heads for podcast listeners. We're both scratching our heads like,
I don't know,
guys. You know the guy with the shield and the arms?
Yeah, you know that one guy that you made?
Chris Rogers?
Yeah, that one.
You made him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Not for much longer, but...
yeah, but... No, but the message in it, like, basically just get knocked down, get up again. Great song.
Keep going.
Yes, dude. But... yeah, that, and also I think that it was tasteful. It's a very female orientated movie with the cast, and they're very awesome. Strong characters.
Yeah, dude.
And it's nice to see. That's refreshing. I think
man.
It was tasteful. I think they didn't overdo it.
Yep. I agree.
And
you don't go into the movie coming out with a bad taste in your mouth, like,
yeah, man, that was one of those movies.
That. Yeah.
You went out going, holy shit, she's a badass.
I can't wait for Endgame.
and her co-pilot with the daughter, she's a badass too. Like they're both like, you know, I mean, it showed single mother being strong.
Yep.
Not like I can't do anything. Yeah,
pilot
in the Air Force. They're test pilots. They can do what the hell they want. Like to me, that's just like, you know what? Yeah, they could have gone really. They could have. Oh man, that would be so hard to honestly. The
balance they've achieved is freaking.
It would have been so hard for the director, man. Honestly,
yeah, he's done such a good job.
Yeah, but a lot of people. I think it was funny. I did see some negative things, and I'm like, I don't get it. Why do we need to introduce Captain Marvel? Why couldn't they just put her in the bloody into the thing? You know?
Yeah. Right.
And whatever. It's
look,
people would have been so annoyed if she just appeared. Like,
bro, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Bring in a new character without sort of like building it to it. Like, God, dude, that's not how Marvel works, especially for MCU.
Yeah.
It's just not that.
Yeah.
And the way that they've brought her in, they've introduced her, they've given her some backstory, there's context for there. There's context for more context for Fury.
Yep.
And there's like, dude, it's good. I'm a massive fan.
Yep.
And I think Endgame's just on a month away. So hang on, let's go. What about the end? People would have seen it by now. It's on YouTube. It's all over the internet. The end credits, the middle one, the first one.
The middle one. Where she just appears.
Dude, what?
Dude.
I cannot wait just to see what the dynamic and how that changes and what is going to happen. Like, I think they've actually confirmed Endgame's going to be 3 hours and 2 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, that's confirmed, like that's Dargo Goosebumps. Yeah, I mean they've also confirmed that stuff in the trailer has also been baited. It's meant to not real. It doesn't happen.
Right.
And they did that with Infinity War, so it sort of misled you because obviously there is a scene in the trailer in Infinity War where Bruce Banner, the Hulk, breaks out of the Hulkbuster suit. He doesn't do that in the movie.
Yeah.
However, he is in the Hulkbuster suit. He just so yeah. There's like the trailer. I mean, there's some interesting things.
Is there a trailer that was dropped today?
I don't know.
I saw a tweet when I woke up this afternoon through 2:00. Someone was having a bitch because like you've just given away the whole plot. It's like, well, nah.
They literally bait their trailers. Yeah, they bait their trailers.
So shut up and wait for the movie.
Yeah.
Enjoy it for what it is.
Go, well, what if they didn't bait any of it? But the one thing I will say about the Endgame trailer is that the suits at the end, they look so good.
Oh, dude.
They look so good.
Do you think they're what was it, Star Force that she's a part of?
Who?
The crew.
What, Star-Lord and stuff?
No. Captain Marvel's like before she realizes before she goes to Earth, C-53.
Yeah, okay. Do you think that's them?
What? No. What are they called? Because those suits look really similar, sort of like design-wise. Obviously.
Well, there was the Kree, but the
Kree,
like that's what she
works or something. I don't know. I'm terrible with lore and like remembering names.
I mean, they look like spacesuits. That's what I
was getting to. Like, do you think that's the same sort of suit that she has? Where like
I think so. Honestly, like I mean, if you base it off the animated series, there is. Go look it on YouTube. There's a fight between the Avengers and Thanos. It's the last fight, or it all finishes. They do go to space in suits, and they're not at all similar. They're like sort of mechanical looking suits that Stark makes. However, it would tie in the fact that Captain Marvel does appear, and she would have the technology with her that could technically make these suits that you can go into space with.
Yeah.
And they look pretty similar. Sure. But it's so interesting to see like Nebula there at the end. So they all get together, but we don't know how they get there.
Is that? I mean,
it could be bait. We don't know. It could be bait. Yeah.
I mean, because
it shows Stark there, but what if Stark's not there as well? Like we don't know.
That's one of the things from the trailer. Stark's in this dire situation with Nebula.
However, I feel like Nebula is gonna. Yeah, I feel like Nebula is gonna somehow get Stark back.
She still has a story to be told. I think.
Yes, I reckon she has a very, very, very big part.
Yeah. Yep. I think. Oh, and I don't know. It's gonna be good.
I think the way that they tied into where Carol went at the end, I feel that's a pretty smart way to do it.
There's a 24-year gap.
Yeah, but between
her leaving and then coming back.
Yes, for sure.
Plenty of room for
However,
movies.
if you're going to overthrow a Kree empire,
that could take you some time.
Yeah,
that could take some serious time.
Yeah, and this is where to me it doesn't make sense because, I mean, maybe it was on the cards, but it doesn't make sense to me that out of all the Kree that kills, Ronan is. They do say Kree have been wiped out, but they don't know how they've been wiped out. Ronan's one of the last Kree.
Yeah, okay.
And that's why he goes to Thanos, because he wants to destroy sort of the planet that was sort of responsible for the whole war in the first place, which is a whole plot of Guardians.
Yeah.
But surely we would have seen Marvel in that movie.
I would have thought so.
You know, but I guess they wanted to leave that for later because it would have been
there was talk, or rumors or whatever it was that was meant to be released a lot earlier.
Yeah,
like Marvel, like Captain Marvel, Marvel. Released so much like around the time of what's the movie? Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah, yep.
It was meant to be dropped around there, which would have.
Yeah, that's right. They were tossing up whether they introduced Vision. That's right. They were tossing up between Vision or Marvel because it was going to be one of those two that would. But I think they went with Vision because it would have made more sense with the Mind Stone. They had to introduce that gem.
Of course.
I watched that. Ellie and I are going through all the movies at the moment. My God, I forgot how good that movie is.
I'd love to do that.
And it's so annoying actually that I get that they had to kill Quicksilver, but man, he's actually a really good character. Yeah, and towards the end he sort of has more like personality, and then all of a sudden he's just like, well, he had to die because Fox, like, but
silly,
whatever. But it's good that Scarlet Witch is in there.
It's just
it's gonna be it's so good to see
now for Endgame.
It's gonna be so good to see the original cast back together too, like the original Avengers.
Yeah, dude.
Working together, and I mean, with the exception of like Ant-Man, Nebula, and Rocket, like
of course,
it's
really primed to be.
I hope amazing. It doesn't fail,
and hopefully,
I hope people are satisfied. I just hope people are satisfied with them.
Well, people are never satisfied, but let's hope they are with this because it's literally wrapping up the last 10 years worth of Marvel or more, 10 or 11
years. Starting the next chapter.
Starting phase 4. So that in itself is exciting.
Yeah, because
who's going to carry on.
I mean, like we've already seen the Spider-Man trailer. That just looks like holy crap. We're getting Mysterio, man. Like, what a character.
And, I mean, what we know Captain America's done.
We know Captain America's done. I think Stark's done.
Yep. That makes me sad because he's my favorite. But anyway,
I don't know. Pepper is done. She's just said that she'll do cameos now and then.
Okay, that's still
good. Maybe Stark does have one more film. I don't know, but
I hope he does. I hope this is one more.
He won't leave.
Movie.
He makes too much money for him. They'll try.
I know.
They'll try and get him.
Sure, they'll push for it.
But I know Chris Evans definitely done. I know he's.
Yeah. He's already tweeted out saying.
That was like 4 months ago. He said, we're done with filming.
Yeah.
And he said,
so that's good. I think Captain America storyline there has been wrapped up.
Yep.
Nicely.
I mean, and that sort of ties in as well because I know that Bucky, Winter Soldier, his contract goes on, which comics he does become America. So. They teased that in Winter Soldier anyway when he kept holding the shield. He held the shield like 4 times, for fuck's sake. Like, So people are always speculating that. Bucky makes a really good Captain America, and the other one that they also said is Falcon because Falcon does become Captain America as well. So I don't know which one you'd want, but probably Bucky.
Bucky for sure, bro.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, there's a good story, and that also still ties into Captain America being his best mate. So people need to be satisfied.
And I just feel like people are gonna be a lot of shock, and I think that they already showed. This is the thing, like quotations, people dead, purely from the basis.
How many times did Loki die before he actually died?
Right, but if he's actually dead, that's the.
Oh God, I hope so. Sick of seeing his face.
See, I like Loki's a character. I think he's really good. Yeah,
great character, but like, how many times do you need to die?
Yeah, no, it's true. You don't need to. But
like stop hurting our feelings.
And if they're gonna bring everyone back, does that? Because yeah, I have like there's two theories.
Yeah,
It should end up, but I have two theories quickly. I feel like that it's either the Reality Stone that's what he used, or the Soul Stone. I think those two are the ones that can technically bend, obviously, reality. So from what we could have seen, is we're just seeing the one side to it.
Yeah.
What if on the other side of the reality, they saw Captain America and that you know?
Well, there was a funny theory about that. Sorry, again, real quick. The funny theory about that thing was that all the people that disappeared are people that can and probably will appear in the Phase 4. All the people that are left are people that haven't signed contracts.
Correct.
Effectively. So this might be an alternate reality thing, and I think there's potential there.
Yeah. And the Soul Stone is obviously that ties in more with the Ant-Man, the Wasp, because I feel like that movie is like really the I guess the plot, the quantum realm, how the hell did I mean Ant-Man's already been to the quantum realm, he's come out of it. There's no way he wouldn't have been able to do that again. Like, it just makes sense that he could have done that.
Yep.
And I feel like the Soul Stone is literally just, that's where they are. It's the quantum realm. That's what Soul Stone does. They've just literally shrunk down to an atom size, and they're in the quantum.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy, man.
Because the Soul Stone just transfers you to another place. It doesn't actually kill you. It just... And yeah, that would have felt weird. 100% like that. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so well. That would have felt like, this is weird, I feel like I'm dying, and then they would have been like, where the hell am I? Like,
yeah, they still exist, but not on that current place. But yeah,
that's it.
Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Again, we like to thank everybody for watching and listening, because our YouTube video did really well, the last one we dropped, and it's doing well on Spotify. We're on Spotify now, Podbean, SoundCloud.
It's kind of cool to say. Spotify.
I know, right?
And iTunes.
We're on Spotify, guys. And I mean, iTunes, I don't know about iTunes. I need to work that out properly, because I got the first one up there, but the second one didn't go up. So the third one we'll try, obviously. But yeah, we'll see how we go.
And the other thing,
definitely though.
The thing I'm sorry, just say quickly, that I'm and about live streaming.
Yeah.
We believe that we'll do it probably for some special events.
Yep.
What those will be, we're not too sure, but we do like the idea of it being podcast, purely based on the fact that you guys can, and you feel like we don't want you to make you feel like you have to be live stream
at a specific time,
and also there is so much more that can go wrong with a live stream, as
100%.
you've seen before.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the other thing as well, because the internet could go down, and then what do you do?
At least when we're recording it in this format, we do have the opportunity to chop it if we have to, and add and whatever. So yeah, but again, we appreciate all the support on the podcast, guys. Thank you so much. We will be back next week. Fingers crossed. All going well. That's a plan.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.
Catch you later, guys.